We're live.
We are live. Hey, Adam.
We're
Good
live.
to see you. Welcome.
Yeah, good to see you. Welcome to Mixtape Generation, our live show.
Is my mic working?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. If you can hear me, great.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you
hear me? Great.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you hear me? Let's see.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
we're good. We're good.
All
Let's
right.
turn this down then, because that's just going to throw things off.
Okay. Fantastic.
All right. So, yeah, welcome to our live episode. We hit over 100. We're at 105 or 6 right now.
Yes.
So we decided to celebrate with a live episode of Mixtape Generation. And you might wonder, why are Chance and Adam sitting so far apart from each other?
Yes. Why?
Why would we do that?
We're blessed.
We are blessed.
We have a special guest.
Should we bring him out?
Yes.
Let's do it. We don't have an intro for the show, so we're going right in hard here.
Come on in.
Let's bring in Nathan Brown, the legend.
How we doing,
We're
gentlemen?
going to squeeze in tight here.
I love it. I love it. It's great to see both of you.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for the invitation. This
Yes.
is fun.
All right. Well,
Well,
grab your
shall
drink.
we mix it up?
Let's mix it up. Nice.
Love that sound. Love that sound.
So, Nathan, what do you want us to call you on this show?
I love Bomber.
Bomber, okay.
Bomber.
Yeah.
Bomber?
Yeah,
Bomber.
you bet.
What year did you graduate from high school?
I'm older than both of you. 1988.
88.
Oh, that's by 1 year. I'm
and
89.
that's 2 years. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
throughout the show, we're going to ask Bomber some 80s related questions to get to know him and his experiences in the 80s. First off, did you attend any concerts in the 80s?
Good question.
My favorite concert was Monsters of Rock, 1989. And it was Spokane, Washington. It was outdoors.
Metallica.
And it was Metallica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you there?
No,
Anyway.
I wish.
So can I tell a story about that concert?
Hey.
Yes, it's live. We can do whatever we want.
First, this is true. First real concert I've ever been to, and I wanted to go to the front.
Okay.
So it was Kingdom Come that opened.
Oh, Kingdom
right?
Come,
You remember
yeah.
Kingdom Come? Anyway,
A
they-
Zeppelin wannabe.
yeah, absolutely. Oh shoot, yes, that's a callback. Absolutely true.
Zeppelin wannabes.
And so I wanted to. There was five bands, and Metallica was second.
Oh,
And
wow.
but I wanted to be at the front.
Was
so-
Ozzy in that show?
No.
Okay,
No, Ozzy
sorry, go
was
ahead.
not there. One was big, right? One was out. And so I fought my way to the front through all these people. The stadium was supposed to hold, I think it was like 40,000 people, and there was 70,000 people that showed up.
Oh my gosh.
And it went to 115 degrees or something. And
You were in the front row.
I fought my way to the front, and if you've ever been to the front of a major concert, there's no going back. Once you're there, there's no escape hatch. And I was this frame, but I was about 165 pounds, and heat exhaustion. They didn't plan for any of this. People were passing out, and so the only way out is over the top.
Oh.
So they had the security people took me over the top. So I went under the stage.
How, were you this tall? back in
Heat
the day?
exhaustion, yeah, I was. Heat
Wow.
exhaustion, literal heat exhaustion. And they don't give you an IV or anything specific. They put you on a table.
That was meant to
It was
be
the 80s.
nice.
They put me on a table, sitting next to other almost dead people. And they went to this chest filled with ice water, and it had towels in it.
Oh.
And they pulled these towels out and threw them over your back and said, "Go for it."
Like, suck it up, Buttercup.
And it almost kills you, right? The shock.
That is amazing.
The shock. And so I sat underneath there for the entire Metallica set. I was up for the front when they played one. I was there.
Okay.
But then after that, I was underneath,
My God.
almost dead. But I made it in time to watch Scorpions live.
Scorpions.
Okay.
And then I watched Van Halen.
Oh,
Van
Van
Hagar.
Halen.
Van Hagar.
Van
Yes, yes.
And
Oh,
that made
wow.
my day.
That is
So
awesome.
also
What a story.
marijuana was introduced to marijuana at that concert.
Well, they performed pretty well, huh?
It was a fantastic concert. It was
job.
really,
That's a
really good.
wonderful
Monsters of
story.
Rock.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Thank you
I
so
remember '89, the Monsters of Rock tour,
Yeah,
and that's something I would have loved to.
Guns N'
I don't think it
Roses.
came to Utah, so
Guns N' Roses was supposed to show up.
oh well. I'm
And-
surprised they.
and
I'm not
Kingdom
surprised
Come-
they didn't.
Kingdom. No, they were huge at the time.
No, I know, but it's like
Sweet Child of
Axel's
Mine was-
legendary for just being Axel.
And he did that. That's what happened.
Yeah.
They got it.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm sorry I took over your show. I didn't mean
No,
to.
love
no.
it. That's fantastic. That's a great story.
Maybe we
Thank you.
should introduce. Did you say it's Boomer?
Bomber.
Bomber. I don't
Yeah.
want to call you Boomer.
Do you want me to tell you what bomber means?
Yeah, tell us
Please
what Bomber
do.
means.
So my okay, Bomber's a reason. Now his cool name on top of that.
Yes.
But I'm from southeastern Washington, and the name of my school is Richland Bombers.
Nice.
And I should have worn my hat, but the mushroom cloud 80s, right? Spit take almost. The mushroom cloud.
What do we got here? What do we got?
Was our mascot. It wasn't.
It's incredible.
So I had, I'm really proud of that. R with the mushroom cloud in the background,
Fantastic.
and it was the Bombers.
Shout out to
And,
Richland.
Wow.
Richland Bombers.
Richland.
Yeah, just
That's
finished
amazing.
4th at state at basketball, and
Wow.
Nice. Go Bombers.
yeah,
Go
so
Bombers.
and my grandfather was real proud of it because he was a nuclear physicist.
Oh.
And he did criticality safety, and nobody knows what that means. It means they can't have uranium things get too close together, or you're gonna have a big day.
You're gonna have a bomber.
Yeah,
You're gonna have a
literally. Yeah.
You'll have
So
the
that's what he did. He was one of the 3 guys in the world, or at least in the United States, that did what he did. It was pretty amazing.
Wow.
That's so
That's
cool.
impressive.
I am impressive.
What's your-
It's true.
You're impressive.
What's your mascot, Adam?
A Viking.
Ooh, that's good
Yeah.
too.
Pleasantville Vikings.
PG's awesome.
PG Vikings.
I love PG
Yes.
Vikings.
Eagle.
Eagles,
Eagle.
more Eagles, or just Eagles?
Just Eagle.
That's kind of boring.
I was thinking
Yeah,
about
I'd say.
the red. Yeah, it is.
Vikings
That's
were
pretty common. Anyway, Adam, what are we doing?
Well, let's ask Boomer. I call him Boomer. Bomber
I am old.
about what he does.
Yeah, good idea.
Should we do that first? No, for
your
your
YouTube
internet life, your
YouTube.
YouTube life.
Yeah. So Big 12 Mafia is my call sign. I have a channel, College Football Mafia Network. You can just look up College Football Mafia Network. Look us up on either Twitter or on YouTube. Please subscribe.
Yes.
Pay me money for my my members. No, I'm seasoned, and I cover Big 12, obviously with the name, BYU Big 12, and then all of college football sports. And we're really big into the news of the day, not necessarily like stats. No, like I don't care what player did this or none of that matters to me. I care about the business of college football, and it's fascinating. It is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
And realignment has become our bailiwick, and I'm semi-famous in that regard.
You are, and you've had some fantastic people on your
Yes,
show.
you have.
Shout out to Bob Thompson. He is the guy. You could just Google or look Wikipedia Bob Thompson, and the president of Fox Sports, and has become a personal friend of mine. And then shout out to Greg Flugar, who Peek Around the Corner on YouTube. He was my early mentor.
That's fantastic.
So
Appreciate it.
basically, a game we like to play maybe in the 80s and even till now was it 7 Degrees of Bacon?
Well, that was more late 90s.
Was it? Did it not come around till the 90s? Well, we're going to say it was 80s just for the sake of tonight.
Bacon was just
We are only 2 degrees away from Fox Sports.
Yes.
Head of Fox Sports,
Fantastic.
2 degrees.
Yeah, president of Fox Sports.
President's Fox.
Yeah.
I can't talk. Well, should we talk about what we're doing tonight?
I love it,
Because
yes.
this is going to be.
Because I went to the grocery store, actually 2 of them,
Wow.
to get this setup.
Why don't you hand us one of those covers there? So there was a brand of frozen pizza. Frozen pizzas were a staple of the 80s, right? Like we lived on frozen pizzas.
We were all latchkey kids.
You got home?
Man, you eat that or cereal. There was nothing
Yeah.
else.
Or grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah,
Peanut
if you
butter
knew how to
jelly.
cook.
Yeah. And one of the most legendary brands of the 80s, well, there were 2, I think. There was Geno's
Yes.
and Totino's.
Yes.
The 2 big frozen pizza brands.
I
The
love
cheap
that it
frozen
says-
pizza brands.
Party pizza.
Oh, yeah. If you're having a party,
But really, is this feeding a party? Is this Castus houses size?
by yourself.
Keep in mind, these are still what, 88 cents a piece?
Some of them are.
Yeah,
Some of them are like 88 cents.
Yeah,
Some of them
used
are,
to get them
some
for
are-
like 50 cents.
Some
Yeah.
are $2, some are 88 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, it just depends on where you go.
Yeah. Still, that's amazing.
Still
Yeah.
affordable. We'll see.
Affordable quality. Okay, affordable.
Yeah,
I didn't call it a pizza. But what we're going to do tonight is we have 7 different. They're all laid out here in front of us right now, and they're calling our names. We're
Yes.
kind of hungry. We have 7 different varieties that we are going to partake of tonight, and we
I'm
are
gonna
going
get the
to
pizza cutter
we're going
just
to
in
rate
case.
them from best to worst as far as the flavors. Now, I kind of joked earlier that if it's a Totino's pizza, it doesn't matter which one you eat; they all taste exactly the same.
Yeah, that's basically
That's
it.
why we have a Coke too.
Yeah, the Coke is our
Cleanse the
palate
palate.
cleanser,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
so we're gonna just go down the line and start eating some of these pizzas. We got
Bomber,
plates.
grab that one.
Okay,
Thank-
here you go.
And we have people on who are chatting already and commenting on our show. So let me pull up some of these comments and read them.
Yeah, that's how you do live shows, right? You got it.
Seth Hopkins, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Pop them if you got them. We did. Butch Ringer, hello, Butch. Glad to have you here with us tonight.
Thank you.
My brother John is in Korea. Hello from Korea.
International.
International. We
Your
are
first
international.
show, you are international.
We are international.
We have
stars.
international people too. It makes you feel really important.
Seth coming on the concert. 70,000 people. The better to mosh with.
Yeah, you can Google. You know what? You can Google that concert.
Oh, I bet.
It was in the newspaper the next day. And people were passing out here dying. It was actually a really big deal at the time.
Wow.
Do you think they passed out because of the pot or because of the?
No. It was the heat because it was the football stadium open air outside, and they put down a black tarp on top of what was a concrete and then AstroTurf base.
Oh,
and the heat just got in and had nowhere to go.
Barking Walter said, "Read those Totino's ingredients." You know, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Because then I wouldn't eat it.
we're going
He
to
says-
start with the Supreme.
There you go.
He says, "I'm still trying to figure out what cheese food is." Does it say cheese food on there? Is that an ingredient? I don't want to know.
I don't really know.
I don't read ingredients.
My wife said, "Do we got salad?"
with Totino's pizzas?
We're not that high class.
That's pretty extreme.
All right, we're starting with the Supreme. So
Okay.
we're
All
jumping
right.
in.
It's a little bit.
Okay, here we go. Supreme. Sorry, we have to
Cardboard?
eat on camera, but whatever.
Well, you know what's classic about this? Is they're all cold.
They're cold.
And that was the way we used to eat them
That is true.
because we were playing video games at the exact same time. And you couldn't eat and hold the controller.
I'm wondering if we need to warm the oven a little bit.
Oh, I don't care. It doesn't
And
matter.
these are
Speaking
cold.
of video games, what video game console did you have?
Palm.
Nice. Was that your go-to?
Yeah, no, that's where we started.
Right.
And then Atari 2600,
Okay.
Commodore 64, Apple, and then my dad, the day they were released, surprised us with a Nintendo.
Oh, nice.
And
Congratulations.
And those things were the bomb. The original Nintendos were,
That's fantastic.
they were the best consoles.
Nintendos were awesome.
Yep.
Okay, we ready for?
Well, yeah. What do you think of this guy?
That's all right.
But this is the Supreme, right? So this should
Yeah.
be like everything.
Supreme. Here's the.
I'm going to save room for the other.
This is the regular.
7 of these to eat.
This is the regular cheese.
Thank you.
Are you a cheese pizza guy?
I mean, I will eat cheese, yeah.
But is it like, if you were ordering pizza, would you order a cheese?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
Yeah.
That's next.
Yeah.
Get excited for that.
I do have some hot honey if you want a hot honey or pepperoni pizza.
That was real good.
Just so you know, we do have. We did cook these for 12 minutes at 450
That's what
degrees.
you have to do.
450.
450.
That's rare. I don't see a lot of things you have to cook at
Oh, no,
450.
pizzas you do.
I think you
Yeah.
nuke it. That's the reason. Because I agree with you. 450
That
is
is-
extreme. You're putting a lot of lights out in the world if it's 450 degrees on your.
Already cheese is bottom of the list for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Can you really distinguish
Oh, yeah.
between? Oh, my palate is not
Go back to
refined
the
yet.
other one. Try it. Go
No.
back and forth.
That's okay. I'm good.
Yeah, good. I had enough. I'm done.
I'm participating.
I wanted to highlight one of our frequent subscribers, Justin Hopkins,
Okay.
and give a shout out to him and say thank you to him and his family. Great supporting cast of our show,
Great.
and great guy, great family. Thank you, Justin.
I'm really impressed with how many people are watching right now. You've got what, 8? By the way, subscribe, people. It's free. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell.
Thank you.
Right? Let people know. Hit the notifications so people know when the show's on. These are things you have to do it at the
Thank you,
beginning.
Mama.
At the
The
middle,
end, the
at the
end,
end.
constant. My mom just commented.
Oh, good. Moms
She
are the
said,
best.
eating Totinos is like eating cardboard.
Yeah,
She's not wrong.
That's a great.
that's wisdom there.
Did we have
Yes.
cardboard in the 80s?
That's all we ate.
We didn't have Amazon, so
We ate
didn't have a
dirt and
lot of it.
cardboard.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything tastes the same to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually listed as mozzarella cheese substitute.
I don't think.
Barking Walter, stop reading the ingredients. It's not going to do you any good.
Thank you.
Barking Walter.
You
I
don't
love
want to
it.
know.
I love it.
Yeah, takes about as much time to cut cardboard like it does to cut
Did you
this
have other
pizza.
questions for me?
Oh, we'll have more.
Okay.
Oh, don't you worry. Face plant.
That's hilarious.
I wish we could replay that.
Well, you will be able
We
to.
will be able to do it.
You'll be able to.
That'll become a short. Is this pepperoni?
This is pepperoni.
I think
yes.
it is.
This
It
is
looks like pepperoni.
This is
to me.
Yeah, it's got like square chunks of pepperoni.
Just so you know, I got my kids eat these. So I converted my
You
kids.
did, man. You
Actually, Mindy.
He
did.
handed it
Mindy
down.
converted
Handed it down. One generation
Right.
to another.
This tastes different for sure.
I think pepperoni is always the go-to.
I think this is the best one so
So
far.
far, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Bomber, what was a typical day for you in the 80s in the summer? What was a typical? You're in the 80s, a summer day, you get up, what are you doing?
Well, we used to get up when the sun came up. I remember we weren't sleeping into noon. My family, we were latchkey kids. Right? My parents both worked. It had to sort of support us. So
We're losing chance.
when I got up, it was either I was mowing lawns with my best friend, Jamie Fishback, shout out, hey,
Jamie Fishback.
Jamie Fishback.
and we mowed lawns for money, or
Didn't we all?
didn't mow lawns for money. Can I get okay? This is a story. Oh, you will love this. I promise.
Hey.
This is an all-timer. You guys are gonna love me because I got stories.
We do love you.
We every summer mowed lawns. He had a truck, and his dad had money, and I bought a lawnmower. We went and mowed lawns, and someday in the Tri-Cities in Richland, it used to get to 110 during the summer regular. I mean, like all the time. So one day we were at one of our scheduled houses, and we pulled up, and we're sitting there in the truck, and neither one of us wants to get it's too hot. We do not want to get out of the truck. So I look over at him, and I'm like, do you really want to do this? And I don't want to, essentially. And I said, okay, wait a second. Hopped out of the truck and took his hose and his sprinkler and put it up on the lawn. So we didn't have to mow it, right?
You're like, sorry, your sprinkler wasn't put
Sprinklers
away.
on. And we just talked about this the other day. And they lived right across from his grandparents' house. So they complained, right? They didn't complain, but they brought it up. They're like, we showed up the next week and they said, we're really sorry you couldn't mow because we left the sprinkler on. So it was, okay, wake up, mow lawns, play video games, talk, make up, play basketball, baseball, running outside all the time. Boy.
Did you do night games with the neighbors?
Not really in our neighborhood. No.
Chance you guys do night games?
Yes. I know what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to. Is it the same
Capture
as
the
running
flag.
from the police? Is that
Sure.
Everybody has a different kind of game.
Okay, that was a night game we played.
A little night game.
A little bit.
Good job.
Yeah. Anyway, no, it was fun. The '80s were the best decade to grow up in. I'm sorry, I don't know who you are, but
we're very blessed. This is triple cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
This is not just regular cheese. This is triple cheese.
Triple cheese food, cheese processed mozzarella food.
What '80s bands are on your current playlist, Bomber?
All of them. My Spotify playlist has almost 5,000
That's
songs.
amazing. That's awesome.
And my kids inherited all that. They
That's
are music
fantastic.
files because of it. Music. I can't do anything productive anymore without music in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've just got to say really quick, I'm not a cheese pizza guy.
yeah, that wasn't bad.
That triple cheese was actually number 2 for me.
Yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I agree.
A pepperoni one, triple cheese 2.
Now
Crazy.
get ready for triple meat.
Oh,
Sounds yummy.
now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Where's the beef?
Are you even eating over there?
Yeah,
Look, he isn't
yeah.
taking a
I
bite.
was looking at least I'm doing it.
I'm like, I got to slow down, I guess, huh?
Okay.
And then growing up in the Washington state of Washington, were you a Supersonics fan?
Oh, yeah.
Seahawks fan?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, in order it was BYU,
No Washington?
Seahawks, University of Washington, Washington State. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have family and friends in all those areas, so I still claim that fandom, right? I still cheer for those schools.
yeah.
But BYU as an LDS person, whether you are or not, that was the go-to, especially in the 80s, right? The decade of BYU. You could argue in that 10-year period, you'll have to have me over just for a football show, but
Yeah.
the 80s, in that 10 years, you could have made the argument that BYU was a blue blood. You could have made the argument with stats and their win record and who they played that they were that good.
Yeah.
Those teams could beat anybody and did beat anybody.
Yeah. 80s was a great decade for BYU
Yeah.
football.
Yep.
Maybe not as much as for BYU basketball.
No, they were okay.
I mean, early 80s.
Yeah, I mean Danny Ainge, right?
Yeah.
And then
early 80s.
at the end of the decade, he had Michael Smith, and they got to number 1. And did you know that? They got to number 1. I think it's the only time they've been, and they were number 1 for like 5 minutes because the day the poll came out, they went down to University of Alabama and lost.
Oh.
Not Alabama, UAB. Sunbelt or some other conference. I don't know. Not to diss them, but BYU had this team everybody thought was going to be the team. And
So this one is combination.
Wait, let's go back to this
wait,
triple
wait.
meat for a second.
okay, so yeah, so what's the difference? I don't understand.
Supreme and combination? I don't know.
That triple meat was really good.
I thought it was okay.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite so far. That had a lot of good flavor.
It's tasty. I will say that.
Okay, yeah. Good and tasty are definitely two different things.
I'm hedging my bets, I guess.
Let me grab the combination.
I love this comment from Seth Logan Hopkins, which is
Hey,
not
Seth.
Seth. It's did you
Is
say
Justin?
Well, I don't know. Maybe Seth let us
Justin,
know.
yeah, he's part of Seth is part of the family.
Okay, so which one of them is there? My seminary teacher had us chant. Let's see if you remember this song. Hungawa, BYU's got
Power.
No.
Thai power. It's the Ty Detmer rap, the Tiesman rap.
I didn't
You
know.
don't remember the Tiesman rap?
Well, for one thing, I was only at BYU 1 year for a reason.
But it was like when Ty Detmer was like going for the Heisman, 1990.
Yeah, no, I understand. You were here though.
Oh yeah, I
right?
was here. That was,
I watched Ty. Oh wait, that's a whole. I watched Ty Detmer beat Miami from a hospital bed. So
oh, I heard it from a building close by the football stadium,
Cool.
which I
That's
wasn't
great.
allowed to leave to go. You know that building.
can I tell a sad story? Do you like stories?
The difference is Supreme has onions and green peppers.
There you go. Maybe that's
Right.
where you're getting your
This
taste.
is which one is this? that you just
This is
gave
a
us?
combination.
No onions and green peppers.
No. It
So-
does have chicken.
My dad got.
This is a sad story.
It is unfortunately. Mel Olson used to work for the athletic department of BYU.
Merrill?
Do you know him?
I know the name.
He's Merlin Olson's brother, and he was
Yeah.
one of my dad's best friends.
Good buddy.
And we came down and met and talked to Robbie Bosco and Lavelle. Talked to Lavelle for a little while about leadership and stuff. Anyway, that's a different story. When I was 19, I got sick. I had to have a bone marrow transplant.
Wow.
Which has affected the rest of my life even today. But my dad got tickets. I was supposed to get out of the hospital, literally leave the hospital.
To go to that game.
I was supposed to leave the hospital August 14th. I'd been in there for 12 weeks, 8 weeks.
Oh, man.
My dad talked to Mel and got tickets, not for just to watch the game. We were going to be up in the coach's booth.
Oh, man.
Actually, with the coaches. He had tickets. And the day we were supposed to leave, I guess it was a week before, I got sick again.
Back
And was in the hospital for
Oh, so sorry.
another month. And couldn't go to that game. But I did watch it on television.
There you go.
That Miami game.
Well,
I'm sorry.
hey, you got to slow down over here, Cowboy.
Are you taking bites over there?
I am.
All right.
I really like that last one.
Okay.
You guys are like, these all taste exactly the same. I think that's
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just.
the combination. That was good.
Okay, what I know you're a cool kid, Bomber, so what cologne were you placing upon yourself before you went to school?
I don't know. Mindy, you're watching. What was the cologne I used to wear?
Mindy is Bomber's wife.
Mindy and I met in high school. She was robbing the cradle. I was 15. Going to church dances. That's where we met.
Nice. Church dances
And,
back in the 80s.
I don't know if she's watching. She knows how to chat. But let's see. Dracar Noir. I spent probably $700 of that lawnmowing money on cologne. You remember how much those cologne bottles used to be? They were $100.
$100. They still are.
I know, but inflation.
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about it.
That's true.
Somebody do the calculation. $100 in 1988 is what in today's money? It's like $300 or $400 you were paying for an ounce and a half of Dracar Noir, right?
Yeah.
So Mindy knows I'm invested, right? She knows.
Were you
I paid the price.
there we go. What did she say? Obsession, I think.
Oh, that's true.
Obsession
Yes,
for men, yeah.
Dracardo. She says,
Well, and she wore Eternity, as I recall. Is that right, Min? Eternity.
we'll see what she says.
Anyway.
Did you ever wear polo?
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't a polo guy.
You weren't a polo guy.
No. You know
That's too
who
bad.
was, though? Nathan Krause was a polo guy. And Mindy will laugh at this. He and I were near best friends for church dances and stuff. And I used to go over to his house to prepare, and he used to put on Vanilla Roma.
What?
Vanilla everything. And his whole life was vanilla. And what was the vanilla one, Mindy? I can't remember what the vanilla flavor was, but everywhere it went, it was this cloud. It was like
Cloud of
peanuts.
vanilla?
It was, and I loved it.
Like Big Ben?
I wanted to hang around him just for the vanilla. It was so fun to be around him.
Speaking of vanilla, you ready for the sausage?
Let's go, baby.
Sausage.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one.
Made it through.
Made it through the wilderness.
Made it
Somehow
through.
we made it through.
I'll take these home and feed my kids. That was my,
Feed into the cat.
I don't think my dog would even eat this.
I don't know what you're talking about. I like Totino's pizza.
I'm not complaining.
I am.
Hey, this tastes
No.
exactly like the last one.
It was cooked on the same.
How about church dances? Can we just talk about how the world is a worse place because we don't have church dances?
Or dancing anyway. I tried to do a surprise party for my daughter's 15th
I know.
birthday.
Yeah.
They didn't know how to dance.
I'm telling you,
I mean, the drill team did, but
Okay, I'm gonna go off script here. You're not gonna like this.
is there a script?
We have a script?
But
That's the problem.
I
I've been reading it.
think the church is worse off without church dances. Yep, I said it. Hit me
Wow.
with your negative comments.
We're going to
but
get canceled.
I think the church kids don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to stand next to each other. They don't know how to say, "Hey, how you doing?" They don't know how to stand in cliques and then pick you out. They have no social skills, whatever. It's all online. And it's because we don't have dances.
Or as Chance and I, we went to dances, somebody had to hold the wall up, and we got really good at that.
Wallflowers.
I'm sorry for you.
And then I learned just to do the two-step, back and forth.
Of course. Well, yeah.
The two-step.
And then
not the
Panama,
Texas
and then
two-step.
jump would come on, and you just jump.
Okay, so what was your best dance song then?
Probably Van Halen Jump. Amazing.
Of all of them, slow dance and everything?
No, Slow Down was Lady in
Slow
Red.
Dance. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
You are joking,
No,
right?
I'm not joking.
That is our song.
Is
In fact, you know what's my song about it? It's on the inside of my wedding band.
Are you serious?
Lady in Red in there. No joke.
That
Mindy and I,
was the greatest dance song.
She, we had.
Or Forever Young by Alphaville.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's others, but Lady in Red is absolutely, that was our song at least.
Wow.
Or still is. We haven't lost it.
That's why Minnie wears red a lot.
She is beautiful in red. She is.
I wish we could play the song, but last time we played it on our show, we
You
got
will
flagged.
get canceled. Yeah, do not do
That
that.
song was. Other songs are okay, but apparently Chris DeBerg doesn't like his song being.
No, none of it. You can't. I can't run any sports replays. You can't do any of that stuff. They'll warn you a couple times, and then they'll shut you off.
We still love our subscribers, though. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We do.
What was your favorite dance song?
Yeah, give us your comments.
Yeah, put them in the comments. Favorite dance songs. Let's
Okay,
see.
how about dance groups? That's another.
Better Living Through Chemistry?
I don't know.
Oh, we were talking about the pizza and the cheese.
Oh,
Yeah, better.
Can you go back to
my mom
Ty
working at
Detmer?
Lotions and Potions? Wasn't a cologne guy, but mom could mix a mean, cool water lotion.
Okay, I think you need to go to your bishop.
Ty
for
Detmer. I
that
don't know
one.
if he'll be the.
Motions and lotions.
Do you think Ty Detmer?
Lotions and Potions.
I would not put that in text. I would not type that.
That was a store.
What?
My aunt, Lotions and Potions.
In Utah?
No, in Arizona.
You think that how'd that go in Utah? I'm curious.
That's where doTERRA got all their ideas.
Probably or something.
Yeah.
Something else.
Don't mind me as I keep eating.
Do you
No,
think,
no, no,
do you
no,
think
keep
Ty
going.
Detmer will be the new AD?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's going to be Brian Santiago.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, because he's been in.
He's been in the program. He knows everybody. He. If you're a BYU fan, you know most of this, but he's pissed a lot of people off too. He's made waves. So
Santiago?
yeah, he's not a perfect fit, but he is going to get the job. I'm almost positive. I would love Chad Lewis or Steve Young to come back, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I also foresee Utah basketball coming back now.
How long?
How
Will it
long will
take
they
him?
stay back? Or how long
No.
till they
How
come
long is
back?
it going to take him back?
2 years.
like
two
a mission.
seasons.
Like a mission.
I think Alex Jensen is that good.
You have to, so BYU, and I've estimated, right? But next year's team, all in with the coaching salaries, they're going to be somewhere between $15 and $20 million in NIL and all other costs. AJ Vance is coming in with about $4 to $5 million, not $7. That's a rumor.
It's not 7?
No, that's
Really?
no, it's counter programming. That's people building that up to make BYU look bad is what that is.
Wow.
But he is coming in and he's making a lot of money. And
Good for him.
you tell me where Utah is going to get. Who's their sugar daddy? We have Ryan Smith. Thank you, Ryan Smith.
Thank you, Ryan Smith.
Who does Utah have?
I don't know.
Then I don't know. They could flip the script next year if they found a sugar daddy.
I don't think Alex Jensen would take the job unless he knew that he had money.
That's what Utah
spend.
people say.
But we'll
That's what
see.
they're hoping.
We'll see.
It can be done. BYU just proved it this
Yeah.
season and last 2
But you
seasons.
need a sugar daddy.
You have to.
Yeah.
Anymore, you have to have money.
So, Adam, what was your favorite Totino's party pizza?
Oh yeah. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
I got to get more of the.
My favorite was
Triple meat?
triple meat.
Triple meat.
Triple meat was my favorite.
Okay.
Yep.
It is the one with like the more robust flavors.
Yes.
I will say that.
Yeah.
It's hard for me not to do pepperoni.
Okay. We got a pepperoni.
Yeah. It's
Vote
hard for
here.
me not to do
Okay.
pepperoni.
Chance, where are you at?
God, I spent so much time.
You need to show your plate to everybody. Show this. One small bite off of each
I
slice.
was
Yeah.
so focused on logistics.
And here's my
this
plate.
has been
Serving.
awesome.
I was trying to serve.
Yeah. Nathan's kind of right. He's more on that side.
More by chance.
Here's
that
my
side.
question for you. When you were growing up in the 80s, what career did you think you were going to get into?
Lawyer.
Good question.
You want to be a lawyer?
LA law, baby. I wanted to be Corbin Burnson, or I wanted to be Don Johnson and go down to Miami
God.
You didn't want to be
and,
Ben
and
Matlock?
chase down drug dealers
Miami
and drive
Vice.
around in Ferraris.
Miami Vice.
You know,
the
that-
most
that-
realistic show we watched growing
Oh,
up.
so realistic.
Yeah. What do you mean?
That
That
just-
was a
hazard.
appointment. Look, we used to schedule our appointments around church
Miami
dances
Vice.
around Miami Vice.
Oh,
Do you want to?
Yeah.
You want to know something that I'll probably be shamed by everybody in the comments? I've never seen one episode of Miami Vice in
that
my
is-
entire life.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard. How is that? Stubbs? How are you not into that?
I wasn't. I just.
You know why? Okay.
Although I had a jacket that I wore to church that was a Don Johnson
Everybody did.
yellow
Was it
with the
pink?
shoulder
Oh.
pads.
I had a jacket that had silver weaved and pink highlights.
Oh, that's
That was
amazing.
that was
Had that.
absolutely Miami Vice. I had another one, a suit that had blue stitched all the way through it, really thin. That was
I
all
bet you
Miami
wish you still had
Vice.
that one too, don't you?
Huh?
You bet you still wish you had
No.
that.
Oh, now
Yeah.
my son might wear it. So yeah, that would be great. Save us some money and
Shout out
clothes.
to Austin.
Airwolf.
Yes.
Never watched an episode of that.
fantastic.
Okay, that's a song. Can I play that right now? No, you'll get flagged.
Yeah, just sing
Google it, people.
Airwolf, fantastic.
Airwolf is the best opening of any show.
I
in
never
years.
saw Airwolf. And you know another one I never saw?
You're too young.
MacGyver.
What?
Never watched an episode of MacGyver.
That Mindy's favorite show, I think, might have been MacGyver. She loved MacGyver.
I didn't do a lot of TV mid-late.
I think my favorite was the triple cheese.
Oh, so we're three different ones then.
Yes, 3 different
Well, the
ones.
triple cheese was really good. It's in my top 3, even though they all taste the same.
The distinctions between these would be interesting to
Okay.
see.
What's next? What was your next favorite, Adam?
Okay, so
Sausage?
what did I say? Triple meat was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Pepperoni's my second favorite.
Okay, well, let's add then what out of these?
These ones that are getting no
Amazing.
love at all.
Yeah.
Definitely not the sausage.
Okay.
Triple cheese.
You're
Okay.
missing one. There's a triple pepperoni
Yeah, we
Oh,
out in the
couldn't
world.
find it.
I could not locate it.
out
today.
in the world.
That
there
might
is
be
a
the number
triple
one
pepper-
pizza though if we had.
That if it was here, that would be my favorite, and then pepperoni would be second. So
And then the very mild pepperoni,
Yeah,
small little
pretty
pieces.
yeah, no, then the meat probably some or
Yeah.
the other meats.
Do you remember these being round or were they always square?
I thought they were round.
I thought they were square.
In the comments, let us know. Were Totino's always rectangular? They're square, right? Or are they rectangular?
Rectangle.
Or were they circular back in the 80s?
I don't think they were circular. It's easier to build. You can do a square with packaging. You can't do a circle without the cardboard backing
Without the car. You're right.
because there's no support on the edges.
Yeah.
I think they were this shape, from what I remember.
Then maybe I was always buying Geno's.
Geno's were good too. They were a little different though. They were different pizzas. They weren't quite this quality.
Oh,
I don't know how to compare.
what do we got? Man? Let's go to the comments for a little bit here.
Yeah,
comment
let's
it up.
go. Ask us questions.
Here we go. We want questions.
Yeah.
Did dances really get canceled?
What do you mean can't?
Church dances?
Well, they're gone. They've disappeared.
They have one once every 3 or 4 months now.
That is, I'm telling you, we in the Tri-Cities, we had 3 steaks, 4 steak buildings, 1 a week.
Wow.
And we went to every single one of them and all our high school dances. So I don't know.
And we had the beat.
We've lost it. I'm telling you, the social part of the church is.
Everybody, get on your feet.
I'm sad.
Butch asks, never knew as a kid that most of the slow police songs
Uh-huh.
we slow danced to were creepers.
Oh yeah, every breath you take.
Every breath you take is all that
That's-
stalking someone.
It is. Yeah.
And then,
Good call.
and then Justin says, "Don't stand so close to me." I had to be educated by my little cousin Polly what that song was about.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Polly.
Shout out to Polly. All right, Butch rates his pizzas.
Okay.
He
let's
says
go.
his family eats these like once a week. They'll eat
Good job,
Totino's.
Butch.
Love to hear that. His favorite, number 1, is the triple meat.
Okay.
Then his is the 3 cheese.
Okay.
Then the supreme.
Okay.
Then
Go
the
Supreme-
pepperoni.
Go Supreme or go home.
Ham. We didn't get a ham.
I couldn't find the
There's no
ham.
ham.
Oh, that's another one that's not here. Is
ham chunks.
I
And
forgot.
combinations. You remember when the 80s, is either Geno's or Totino's had a taco pizza
No.
or like a Mexican pizza?
No, I don't remember. Doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Maybe it was Geno's.
Yeah, I don't remember talking.
Okay, Moonlighting. My brother says Moonlighting.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a great
Those
80s show.
Yes, that had
Little over my
Bruce
head.
Willis
Back
and
in the
Bruce
day.
Sybil
Willis.
Shepherd.
Yeah, that
Bruce
was
Willis.
Bruce
Such a good
Willis was. But you know what's funny about that? That was a comedy,
Yeah.
right? And they turned him into an action star, and the rest of his life he's jumping out of buildings.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
He's
Yeah.
a great
The
actor.
way that turned.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce. Absolutely.
I
Christmas
just-
movie.
I got shamed by my cousin. That's not nice.
And for what?
He said, "No MacGyver, shameful." I can't go to family
How about
parties anymore.
cartoons? What was your favorite
Ooh.
cartoon from the 80s?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is a good question.
I'm a Bugs Bunny guy, but that was like
Well, yeah,
40s
that's
and
what
50s,
everybody
right?
loved Looney Tunes.
But
You don't
Bugs-
have an 80s cartoon.
I don't know what it is.
Robotron, you didn't
Didn't
like
watch that.
Transformers,
Didn't watch
you
that.
didn't
He-Man,
Star
didn't watch
Blazers,
that.
He-Man. You didn't like any of those?
I didn't watch them.
Hey,
I was
we
into
watched
the older
He-Man.
cartoons.
You were one of those houses that didn't have a TV, right?
We had cable
He only
TV.
could eat wheat bread.
We had families in our stake that absolutely got rid of their TVs. So I know what that was
We
about.
had TV, but I watched Scooby Doo, Jetsons, Flintstones,
Oh, yeah, those are good
classics.
too.
Um,
Yeah, those are good too.
classics.
Bugs Bunny. Anytime Bugs
60s,
Bunny.
70s, absolutely.
Yeah, I was more into the
Flintstones.
60s, 70s cartoons.
Flintstones was great.
How about after school TV shows? What would you go to?
Does it ask this first? Ask the people. Do they even know what an after-school TV show is?
Does that even exist?
They don't. I don't think they do it anymore.
We had to endure commercials.
It was appointment television. You would come home from school, and there were shows you would watch, and
Yes.
then you'd go outside and play baseball or
Before even
basketball.
if you even did
That's
homework,
right. Yeah,
the homework could wait.
it was part. There was the cartoon in the morning. Run to school,
Yep.
and you're already late,
Yeah.
and then the after-school specials.
Yes.
Come home, eat one
After
of these.
school
Absolutely.
special.
Do you guys remember that Bully movie? You know where the kid is getting bullied?
Is it a cartoon?
No.
No, it was a movie.
It was after school special.
Oh, it's after school special.
And it was about a kid that got bullied, and then he made friends who he thought was a bully, but he was really just an introverted giant.
Oh no, that was My Bodyguard.
Yeah, that movie. That
My
was an after.
Bodyguard.
That was
That
an
was an
after
after-school
It
movie?
was. That started as an after school
That had
special.
some famous guy in it.
Well, I don't know who was in it, but
My
yeah,
Bodyguard. love My
I
Bodyguard.
internalized that movie because I got bullied a lot growing up. So that was a big
I think
movie
we
for
should
me.
bring back bullying.
What?
You learned a lot from being bullied.
I can tell you right now, bullies are right below murderers on my
But
list.
we've learned how to deal with it.
No, I don't think that's true.
You don't think we've
Social media, well, no, because I'm in social media every day
But I
now for
don't
my
think, I'm not
channel.
talking about social media bullying. I'm just talking overall.
No, bullies are the
On the
worst people
playground.
on the face of
On
the
the
earth.
playground.
No, I don't.
Don't you remember though the fear of after elementary school if you would get called out to have to go fight someone on the way home from school? The big fights. Did you guys have those?
I won my fights, so I didn't worry about it.
I
Yeah, that didn't.
I didn't do it.
that was
very
the
well.
biggest fear of like you're gonna
No, I
get,
understood
you're gonna
it.
get called out in school and have to do the fight
No,
with all the kids watching.
I
after
get all
school.
that, but that is literally the worst thing of
Oh, it was
growing
worse.
up.
It was
Yeah,
horrible.
Oh,
It-
trauma.
it-
was
so
horrible.
making light of it to me is not funny.
Yeah,
I cannot.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't mean to snap at you.
No, I'm
sorry.
just wondering
I
if-
apologize.
if that made our generation strong and not really care to let people think about
No, I think in fact it did damage. I have
I think there's
damage.
damage.
I've talked to therapists. I'm not afraid to say it. It is bullies are the absolute worst people on the face of the earth, in my opinion.
Did
They
you
really
ever?
are.
Did you ever stand up to one? Have the opportunity to stand up to one?
Once, yeah, that was the fight I won.
Oh, and then that was it.
That was it, baby.
No more of that. Yeah,
No
I had
more
the
fights.
same situation. I didn't fight. I just shoved him against the locker,
But people see it and they go, ooh.
and then that was it.
Yeah,
And he was
that's how it
actually
works.
nice to me from then on until.
And then in high school, I was very slight of frame. My best friend was an offensive lineman.
Oh.
And so I had
Big.
my own bodyguard. So nobody screwed with me after that because they know if they came for me, Jamie was right behind me and he could absolutely flatten anybody in school.
Shout out
So,
to Jamie,
Jamie Fishback.
the bodyguard.
Bombers.
Go Bombers.
Go Bombers. All right, what do we got?
What
I'll keep going.
what type of clothing would you wear then if you weren't wearing the polo?
I was a Wranglers guy.
Nice.
My mom shopped at JCPenney and
They
came out.
lasted
That
a
was
long
what
time.
they lasted forever, but you looked like a complete square. And it did until I got into high school and I mowed lawns and came up with my own money, buy my own clothes.
Mhm.
I was, again, that was part of the. There's some trauma coming out there. So for me, I'm just not. Can we unwind this? Maybe I should.
Do you want to go back to some cartoons, some
Go
TV
ahead.
shows?
Sure, yeah.
All right, Airwolf. Justin says, I still look
Airwolf.
at the Mesa Plateaus in Arizona
Yes.
and imagine a helicopter flying out of a secret door.
With snow, the snow is on the ground
Yes.
all around, and
Airwolf.
that made an extra effect.
And with regards to Totino's pizzas being rectangle, They went square. They went square fairly recently, a year or two. It was about when they stopped boxing them, so they were in boxes.
Okay, so that makes sense then. Okay.
Yeah, they were in a box. Okay. My wife says Knight Rider.
Oh yeah,
TV shows.
Kit baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Justin says A-Team. That was
A-Team was
fantastic.
appointment television there for 5 minutes.
well. We had an episode. We talked about this where there was A-Team, Simon and Simon.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
You had, I think Thursday nights might have been Magnum PI, and maybe The Fall Guy or one of those shows.
So you're jumping between broadcasters there at the same time.
Or like
Some of those
networks.
were head to head, right?
Oh, then maybe so.
Yeah, so they all had different TV windows on different days. So it just depended what day.
Yeah.
And then what channel your TV pretty much was stuck on all the time. Like we were an NBC house, right? So I would have to physically go out of my way to turn the channel.
You have to stand up, walk
to
up to the TV,
to get to
turn it off.
Magnum MPI.
Yeah.
Magnum PI, which was on CBS.
Yeah.
And then ABC had Miami Vice. So then you'd have to. So.
How about the Love Boat going into Fantasy Island? The weirdest show.
They were back to back.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
They were.
weirdness.
Fantasy Island was something else.
Strangest.
Worse. Something. If you have Roku, you can get Fantasy Island, you can get Airwolf, you can get all these shows for free.
Yeah, go watch them. You'll
all
be
on-
entertained.
It's
Well, maybe.
interesting how long it took to get into the story.
What did?
Some of these
Just
TV shows,
yeah.
but now you're jumping right in. Like they get your attention.
Yeah, because everybody's
quickly.
attention span is like 3 minutes.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You know how I watch television?
Higgins.
One hand's on
funny.
Twitter. That's how I watch television.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
you can't do commercials kill shows nowadays.
How about a Dukes of Hazzard story? You got a Dukes of Hazzard story?
I just got to say that those shorts were the best on television.
So,
And that car, by the way,
the
Generally,
General Lee.
that car, when I lived in, I lived in Idaho Falls. I was 4, and we used to live on a corner, and there was a guy in the neighborhood who had a Dukes of Hazzard car. It was didn't have the rebel flag on it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he used to stream around our corners all the time. I think there was a school next to us or something. And one day he came around one of our corners and he totally flipped his car.
Oh,
Cool.
did he play?
I don't think so. No. I just remember that. It just stands out. That was first car wreck. I really remember.
I remember, and it's funny you bring up the Daisy Dukes.
Oh, they were so good.
My dad and I would watch
That's
Dukes of Hazzard
uncomfortable.
together.
Really?
And I was like 11, 12 years old, and I just loved it because of the action and all that stuff. And it took me years later to
If I was
realize,
a dad, I could
Dad
not
was watching Dukes of Hazzard with me.
My dad didn't watch TV. So I got to watch stuff that he had no idea was on.
Dukes of Hazzard
So,
was great, though. I mean,
yeah.
it was good, clean.
I mean,
family
what was that Dodge Challenger jumping through the air? That thing was, boy, if you had one of those right now, carried out 150 grand. Can you imagine?
That'll be one of our episodes. We'll do
Cars.
something. We'll get the car.
Yeah, write that
Yeah.
one down, Chance. You doing work
Get
over there?
us a. Yeah. Are you doing anything? Yeah.
What are you doing? Adam and I are carrying the show here.
You got a whole plate of uneaten pizza. I don't even think your ratings mean anything. Okay, let's go back here.
Let's
what do
go
we got?
back. I'm ready to go.
We got
Let's go.
Voltron.
Oh yeah, and that was a little later,
Voltron.
but yeah, Voltron was good.
Voltron.
There was a cartoon. I'll have to go
Robotron?
back.
No, not Robotron. That was a video
Talking
game.
like early 80s cartoon about these space. There was like 4 of them, and they wore like they had like the helmets and stuff.
Right. And they combined for a special animal or something.
No, did they?
I think
it
so.
might be. Yeah.
Actually, my favorite card, and Star Blazers. I have like all the seasons. I actually paid and bought those cartoons, right? Star Blazer, but and I just forgot it. Damn it!
One quick memory I have of watching TV is
Space Ghost. I'm sorry.
no, one of my younger sisters couldn't see very well, so she would sit really close to TV and change the channels for us.
Oh yes, yes.
She did a great job. Thank you.
Do you remember when the clapper was invented? That was like the first remote thing you ever. No, first. Yeah, no, the Ginsu knives. Were the first thing.
That's true.
But no, it was the
clapper.
clapper, and then you would. We did. My dad got a telescoping pole. I think it was for retrieving golf balls, And we would use that to turn the channel. And then when I think it was Trent, my brother, broke the rabbit ears on the back of our RCA TV.
Oh no!
And so for football games, that's all I really cared about at the time. We would have to stand and hold that stupid antenna because we were too poor to even. I don't know why my dad didn't buy another one. Because we were cheaper.
Radio Shack was closed.
We were cheaper.
on Monday.
I was cheaper than $2 at Radio Shack. I guarantee that's what my dad thought.
Get the tinfoil.
Nathan's right there. You can just hold it.
Get the tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
Here's some classics. Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Never watched it.
That was good.
Was it?
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Judge and McCormick. I don't know that one.
I don't remember that one either.
These. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Remington Steele. That was good. Pierce
really
Brosnan. Yeah.
Do you remember when he was going to be James Bond and then couldn't get out of Remington Steele? So then we got that Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
Those movies were the absolute worst movies ever.
And then we finally got.
Goldeneye. And can we just talk about the best 90s movie ever is Goldeneye. Best video game, Goldeneye. Absolutely.
I thought Dumb and Dumber was the best 90s movie. But I don't know.
I think that's the difference in our ages.
We're only a year apart.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I've seen half that movie. I don't.
Oh, you're missing out.
I've heard good things.
It's a great movie. Filmed in Utah.
That does not surprise me.
Chips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ponch and John.
Who did not want one of those motorcycles?
Oh yeah.
Who didn't want Ponch's hair?
That's fair. That's fair. But those motorcycles were badass.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Those motorcycles were awesome.
My mom said, I thought your dad watched Dukes. He did watch Dukes of Hazzard, Mom. That's what we're saying.
That's really, that makes my skin crawl, actually.
Oh, no. Okay. Sorry. She had a second comment. She hit the button too soon.
Oh, okay.
I thought Adam's dad watched Dukes because he liked Boss Hog. Oh, Mom.
I love your mom already.
I wish I had a picture of Boss Hog.
That is
right now.
fantastic.
Oh, that's a great callback. Well
Good
done.
job.
Yeah, it
Good
was.
job.
No, it wasn't Boss Hog. It was cuff him and stuff him. What was that guy's name? Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yeah.
That's why I watched.
Anything after 1992, we have indemnity anyway. So there's nobody that can get us for anything we did before.
Justin had pliers to change the channel.
Yep. Oh yeah, the knob broke off. You had to get in there.
The vice strips.
Yeah.
Good job, Justin.
Who was adventurous enough to take those TVs apart to try to fix those things so you didn't have to do that? I was. I used to take stuff apart all the time and break it.
I didn't want to break it.
Yeah, I used to take stuff.
And we unfortunately went to the Betamax.
Oh yeah, you were
made the wrong choice.
wrong choice. Better quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
better
options.
quality.
There were two
There's no
options:
doubt.
VHS or Betamax.
No. There was Laserdisc.
Oh,
Laserdisc was an option at the exact same time. All three of them. Yeah.
Yes.
you gotta really have money to get Laserdisc.
My dad was early adopter. We used to get everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Didn't have a lot of money for other stuff, but he would make room for these technology things, which I look back and I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad we learned that stuff, right? There was really stuff, he had one of the first video cameras, and I used that to film our church basketball games and do play-by-play, and which led me to what I'm doing now. I mean, it's if you don't have those things, so I'm really grateful for my father to work that stuff out.
A lot of comments on Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that really kind of skis me out. Your dad sitting there watching.
It's funny. It's great. What else we got? Chance?
Any more questions for Balmer here? I'm trying to think more 80s.
Any of
We
our
talked about
viewers?
Sports questions?
Oh, he is king of sports. I mean, that's what he does.
We talked about the Chicago Bears in one episode. What was your memories of the Chicago Bears in the 80s?
They were amazing. And I honestly think that if Randy White hadn't picked up and planted Jim McMahon a couple times, like actually he threw a pick and was just standing there and picked him up and threw him to the ground. They'd kick him out of the league if he did that today. He'd still be playing. He would have played football for 12 years, and so he had that short lifespan. And then you had Steve Young. But the Bears defense, Walter Payton, that team was fun to watch. Absolutely
Mike
fun to watch.
Singletary,
And
and
they
they
did
great
Yes,
middle linebacker.
no
And they
doubt.
did the Super Bowl shuffle before they went to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they
That's
did.
how confident they were.
Yeah, it came out in November, actually. I bought it. I had it. I had the 45.
You're not ashamed.
No, what do you mean? I owned it. I love Jim McMahon at BYU. Right?
Amazing quarterback.
I asked, by the way,
What about the old 49ers?
Well,
They dominated in the 80s as
They
well.
did dominate the 80s.
yeah, I was not a Niners fan until Steve Young went there.
Same.
And then I was a Steve
I didn't
Young
like
fan.
Joe Montana. Montana.
You know why?
Didn't like him.
You know why I didn't like him? He's so dang good.
That's the thing.
And you could never sack him.
Yep.
He never got sacked. That's why he played as long as he did. He
Yeah.
would get rid of the ball, and right when your defender's about to tackle him, he would get rid of it, and you couldn't. He never got sacked.
Yeah.
So
He was the GOAT.
it was all
80s.
jealousy.
It was, and it was the fact that Steve Young was sitting on the bench, and
But he
But he
needed
got
that
sacked.
because Tampa Bay almost killed him. So
Yeah.
he needed that mentor time.
Yeah.
And then he
Do-
went to Hall of Fame.
Do you remember where you were when you first saw the Thriller video?
that's a good question.
Okay, so my dad again, early adopter. We got cable. Can I say this? My parents aren't going to see this, right?
They might. I don't know.
Okay, so I did the I did the jumper hookup to cable before they started to. Right, it was out there. It was just I thought it was free.
Yeah.
I learned years later it wasn't free, but.
You didn't know.
I literally did not know. I said,
The
the
original
box
hack
is
job.
sitting there. There's wire to my house. I'll just plug it in. That's what it was. We just literally plugged into the wall. And cable TV came up, and one of the things that we would do is we got that, and we used to have those, options that you don't have on regular television, and it made such a difference.
Were you an MTV guy?
We had it. I saw the very first music video.
Yeah. Video killed the radio star.
Yep, I actually watched that broadcast.
Yeah. I was watching it along with you.
Did you? That's awesome.
yeah.
That's.
So you saw
It was amazing.
Thriller on that VMTV?
Well, it was so it came out like a movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it had been announced for months and months and
Mhm.
months. So it was like appointment television, absolutely. Yeah,
Incredible.
and then Madonna, Material Girl, sort of broke the internet at that time, and everything changed.
Who
with
was
MTV?
Like we know Taylor Swift is the mega star.
Right?
Who was our mega star in the 80s?
No, it had to be Madonna.
Female megastar.
Yeah,
Male
yeah.
megastar is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I would still put Madonna above Michael.
Really?
I think Michael was more of a cultural icon. He had family ties. He had a family to lean back on. Madonna did it all on her own. She was street cred. She came in.
Yeah.
She worked her way up and got a break. She, did the Playboy thing just to get access, and then she went out there and absolutely took over the world all by herself.
Like
So-
I compare like Lady Gaga being the Madonna of our day today,
Yeah,
where she just worked her tail off
and broke
worked-
through barriers.
broke-
broke
playing
through
clubs,
barriers.
doing whatever she could, and that was Madonna.
The sweat equity people. I'm a meritocracy guy. If you work really hard and then get rewarded, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
Now, how you live your life, that's a different
Sure.
thing.
Yeah.
right?
This has been great.
Thank you so much, Bomber.
Bet. I'd love to come back. You guys are a great show. I'll have to have you on my show, and
We'd love,
Love
it.
we can.
We're very knowledgeable about sports.
Yeah, what I'll have to do is I'll have to do a special feature so people
Yeah.
know what they're getting. They know what
the
they're
80s
getting.
guys.
They know what they're getting. They don't have to show up. But I appreciate you guys inviting me on for your very first live show. If you're
Very
watching
first
right
live
now,
show.
subscribe, hit the
Like
notifications,
yeah.
hit the thumbs up, and then go on Twitter, go on YouTube, take this video, clip it out, put it on your Twitter feed, and resend it out so everybody watches it.
That was just foreign language to me. Whatever just came out
Thank
of your
you, I'll
mouth.
do that.
Was
When I get home, you guys will shut this off. I'll go home. I'll take the video, I'll take the link, and I'll put it out on my.
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Absolutely, you bet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any parting words for our any lessons you learned from the 80s that you want to share, impart to
Oh,
to
boy,
us?
I've traded so many stories. I have more, by the way. I would just say, I just bemoan the idea that we're losing our social selves. We're losing our ability to communicate with people as individuals, as human beings. And the church dance, the whole dance thing is something I my mourn. I think it's a real deal, and if we could get back in some way to doing that thing as a culture, I think we'd be better off.
Well, idea of kids playing in neighborhoods until, you know, you
lights
come home
out
from school,
and-
that whole idea of just getting together as a neighborhood every night, as late as you possibly could, and just doing stuff.
That started to change in the 90s, by the way. So the 80s was tip top of that era, because the 90s now, you have more, the internet comes out, there's more things to do, you're less social, you're going out and doing different things, and
there
it
became
changed.
just more fear of letting your kids be outside.
There was a lot of that.
Worked into the whole culture too.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that. Yeah, it did. We were more aware of the creeps around us. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Well, on
Thank
that
you,
note,
everybody. Hey, thank you for getting us to here 100 subscribers or more so we can do these live shows. We love and appreciate you guys.
How many people are watching? I can't
we
tell.
got up to 10, I think.
Reach
We're
out.
9. We will do another live show at 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
Well,
So get
there
us
you
to
go.
200 and we'll do another one.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
You guys
Set our goals.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for all the comments.
Thanks.
And we'll see you next episode. We had an episode come out today. Go watch it. Fast Food Mania is what you're going to get.
Crazy.
And then we'll see you next Thursday in our next episode.
Copy this link and send it out to the world, people.
Mandalo.
What's that mean?
Send it.
Oh,
We learned something new today.
there we go.
Good job. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was